Hi everyone, this is Judy from Judy's Handmade Creation. Today I'll be showing you how to use these Clover Weaving Sticks, the fine weaving sticks. This is fun and easy weaving. I'll be showing you how to make this tapestry necklace. And this tapestry necklace has silk cording, adjustable silk cording. It's got knots at the top of it. And for this, you will need some scrap yarn and some silk cording or rat tail for your necklace, for your adjustable necklace cord. And I'll get ready and start. So this project takes 3 weaving sticks, and you'll probably have to use your needle to get the core yarn through these holes. So you're going to put your core yarn. So I'm going to take and this here is about 3 inches. I'm going to put that in here. I have to use my needle. I'm gonna put it through the ends of the weaving stick. So I'm gonna do it this way so I can put a cord through this when I get done weaving the tapestry charm or a necklace. And then I'm going to take a 12-inch piece of, got that one, I'm going to take a 12-inch piece of yarn and go through this one here that I tied on there. That's a 12-inch piece of yarn. And I'm going to do all 3 sticks like this and then tie a knot at the end of it. Okay, I'm going to take my small piece of yarn and go through it first, and then I'm going to take my 12-inch piece. Sometimes you can put it through there without using the needle. I'm going to tie a little knot on this. And then I'm going to take my 12-inch piece of yarn and go through this like I did with the other one. I'm going to even it down to the end, and I'm going to tie a knot on it. I'm going to do the other stick like that. I'm going to tie my other small piece of yarn through here. You can leave this a little bit longer, that way you'll be able to tie a knot in it. And then I'm going to tie my 12-inch piece of yarn through here, through this one that I tied there, through this here. And I'm going to tie a knot on that. So now you have all your 3 sticks. They should look like this. All 3 of them. And that's the top of the weaving sticks. Okay, and then you're going to get whatever color yarn that you're going to use. I'm going to use this color first, I think. And you're going to tie that on the left side. Leave a little tail. I'm going to double tie it. And this is going to be your weaving yarn that you're going to weave in and out of these sticks here. I'll push it all the way to the top where the point's at. It should look about like this. Have a little tail on it. Hold your weaving sticks in your hand. You can spread them apart and just go in and out between your weaving sticks like this. In and out. And it should look like that. Just weave in and out. It's like going from the back to the front to the back. And just, that's over on this side. You can go from the back of that one to the front. From the front to the back of this one. And you're just going to keep doing the same thing until you get this here as thick as you want it. In and out of the sticks. I'm going to go back to the left side and then I'm going to end it. I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to tie a knot. I'm going to tie my knot over here on my left side. So I'm just going to go up under this weaving that I did here. I'm going to just tie a knot up under that. And pull it tight. Just take and tie a knot just on your left side. You can double tie it if you want. Let me double tie this because it's not. Yeah, just double tie it. There you go. You have a little bit down on the side there. And then it should look about like that. And then you're going to take another color of your scrap yarn. And you can tie it back on your left side like we did with the beginning. You can double tie it. And then you're going to weave in and out again. So what I do is I go through the back and just weave in and out. Until you get it as thick as you want it. And it'll start to look like that. And just make it as wide as you want it. I'm going to go probably one more time. And I'm going to end back on the left side. You can go as many times as you want, as big as you want it. And then I'm just going to tie it in a knot. Just tie a knot to end it, and that weaving yarn. Okay, and it should look about like that. And that's over on the left side. All these are on the left side. Okay, and then you can take your tan if you want to use that over, or you can end it. I'm going to put a little bit of tan at the top. I'm going to start back over here. I'm going to tie a knot. I'm going to tie the weaving yarn back over on the left side. And then I'm weaving in and out a few more times. So that's going to go in the back. That's going to go over the front, and then you're just going to weave it in and out. In and out of the weaving sticks. And it should look about like this. If that looks pretty good, You can end it over on the left side, which I think that's good. I'm going to make this one a little smaller. And then just tie a knot, a double knot on the left side. And it should look about like that. But all your weaving yarns over here on the left side. And then it should be looking like that. Or you can make it, you can keep on making it bigger if that's what you want to do. So I'm just going to push this down to the end of the weaving stick where I got the core strings. I'm going to push it down. What I want to do is I want to tie this in a knot first. All the core strings. The strings down at the bottom that we made. So that way, like a, not a real tight knot, but that way you can undo it when you push it down. Because you want to make some fringes on it. Or, just push it down like this. Okay. And then we're going to take, the reason we put these strings in here, we're going to take our cording and put in, not these ones up here, but the ones, the longer strings that we tied onto these shorter ones. So, I'm going to get my cording. I'm going to cut like 32 inches of this cording. Already got it cut. And I'm going to run it through the strings here, the longer strings, not these shorter ones, but the longer ones. I don't know if you can see it. The 12-inch corded strings that we tied onto the smaller strings. Make sure they're not twisted, because if they're twisted, the top would be twisted. And just put your cording through that. Not the string here, but the other string that's hanging on that one. Not the short string, but the longer one. And then you can wait until you just tie this like this, because we've got to tie end knots at the end of that once I get it off of here. So we already got that in there. So we're going to cut them shorter strings on these sticks here that we tied on there. And we're going to cut the shorter ones off. Okay, so this was the shorter strings that we tied on there. That's just shorter strings. Alright, that's the shorter strings there. And we're going to just pull it down like this. I'm going to tie it like this. So it should look like this, so you have the string on it. And then we're going to just, when we get down to the bottom, because all these have to be weaved in, these strings here, the ones on the side. We're going to go and untie that big overhand knot that we put at the bottom down here. I'm going to untie that. I'm going to undo that big knot that I put at the end of the core strings. Okay. All these strings over on the side, I said, have has to be and then I'm just going to push it up tight. So we're going to tie these down at the bottom and leave it a little long. We're gonna like make syringes with the ones that we got at the bottom. So I'm going to take and like tie them together, like these two here. I'll cut that on. I'm going to tie these two together. I don't know if you can see it. This is the bottom of it where we left the long core string on it. And I'm going to just cut this knot off here that I have on there, on all of them. And then I'm just going to make the fringes. I already did that one. We're going to do all 3 of the weaving sticks that we had on there. Just tie a knot. You can make it tie a little tight if you think. And then I'm going to tie this one over here. This would be the last 3rd stick. This is going to be a little bit smaller than the other tapestry necklace that I made. And this is the side of it where we're going to weave in the, this was the left side where we have to weave in all these. I'm just going to make this a little tighter down on the core strings where the fringes are going to hang. That's these fringes here on the bottom of this one, like that. Just going to make it a little tighter because it's a little, make it look like it's, I guess the tighter you tie it, the better the tapestry on it looks. It tightens it up a little bit. This is the bottom, like this here. This is what I've been tying together. This is the bottom where the core strings was. So it should sort of look like this. And then you're going to weave in all these sides. This was the left side where you did all your weaving yarn. You're going to just weave these in through the sides of these. You can tie this in like a little knot once you get it to where you want it. That's the bottom of the core strings. We're still working on those. You can tie the core strings to make them look nicer. I just keep tying it until it gets looking nice. I don't want it to look all raggedy, but this is going to be a smaller tapestry necklace than the other one. I didn't weave it as much through the weaving sticks. And it should look about like this. This is part 2. So this is the bottom of it, and you're going to weave the side of the weaving sticks up underneath these here. So you would take your needle that you got with the kit, and you're going to weave these in to the side. All these are going to be weaved in. You'll weave these up through here like you did, like you would if you was working on something crocheted. And then just cut it and weave all them in there. And this was the where you did your weaving your yarn on the left side. This is all of that. And you're just going to weave it in and out to hide those strings. And just cut it all. You don't have to weave it all in there, just some of it. However many times that you change your yarn, that's how many times how many strings you have on the side. Yeah, just weave them in. I think I got like 2 more. This is the side that we kept weaving our sides on. This is going to be the back of it anyway. So we got 2 more that we had to weave in. I'll weave them all into the back. And I think I got 1 more. This one here. I think 1 or 2 more. Because that's the bottom of it. Yep, I think I got 2 more. I'm just weaving them all into the back. You can do it a little better. This is looking a little sloppy, but it's hard to work on a camera. Just take your time and it'll look nice. Got 1 more to weave in. And then we'll be done with all weaving on the weaving yarn that we had on the left side. That's what we're weaving in. This I'm going to go through there a little bit. And we're just going to weave it in through the back, through the weave. like that. And this is the back of it, so. Yep, and that'll be how it should look. You can straighten it out as you get your necklace going. So that would be like the front of it. And you can take and tie these a little more down at your this is the core yarn down at the bottom. You can tie that a little more. You can tie it in another knot to make it. I'm just going to tie it again because it looked like it's a little loose. Just tie it until you get it the way you like it. And this is going to be the fringes on the bottom of your tapestry. And it looks nice with a little knot down at the bottom. Just fix it to where it looks nice. I'm going to tie that one because that's not up on the other one. Let me untie it and then try to tie it right. This one's a little far down from the one knot, so you want it to be tied up to that next same knot. You don't want it to be loose. You can make the knots hook. You'd probably tie it one more time on this side, maybe. Just make it look nice. No, I don't think that's right. I have to untie that one. Let me untie that one because it ain't looking right. Don't look right, just untie it and do it over. Till you get it right. Oh, I didn't get that piece out of there. Okay, there it goes. Get it to where it looks nice. You don't want it to look all messed up. You probably tie your knots better than me when you're not on camera. Okay, and if that looks pretty good, then you just take and trim the bottom of it, even with the other ones. And maybe you could look a little bit like that with your little fringes. You probably could put more fringes, but I'm not going to put no more because... So that's the bottom of it. And then I'm going to take and tie my knots, my overhand knots at the top to complete the top of the necklace. So you're going to tie overhand knots. So this is like the bottom of the tapestry. And it looks about like that. And then to tie overhand knots, I'll try to even this cord up. There's other ways you can use chain too, but I'm using this cording. Let me see if I got it in the camera. You're going to take and tie an overhand knot. I'll show you how to do it. Just go under and just over and tie it into a knot like that. And then you're going to do your other side like that, under, over, then tie your knot. Try to get both knots to look the same. You can also use a chain for this, but you would have to use a eyelet pin. And then you can make sure your knots is tight. You can put a little glue on it to keep it in there, but you got to see if it moves back and forth. Tie it tight. I'll try to pull it off, and then see if it slides back and forth like this. This has to slide like that. In order for you to get your necklace on, this knot has to be adjustable knot. If it slides like this, then you got it on there right. See up at the top where it's sliding back and forth? So it would be right. And it's got to slide back and forth so you can get it over your head. And if you want to, you cut them down. You cut these down and add glue to it. You can add a little bit of crazy glue on the knots of it. I got crazy glue in there. Add a little bit of crazy glue and your project will be done on the knot, so it don't come undone. Just one little dot would do. That way your knot won't come out. And you can cut this down. Let it dry a minute. Whoop. And just see if it's still working. And that's about it. If you're not still working, then you got it good. And yeah, that's about how it should be. Just make sure your knot's working on it. And once you wear it, and there's your necklace. This is the back, because you can tell it's a little raggedy looking. But and this is the front of it. So that's about how you would make that. And you have to, when you do this, make sure you pull the warping around here tight so it don't be loose. But that's about how that necklace is made. Here's the first one. Now you can make it bigger. I made this one smaller. And you can add more strings to it down at the bottom if you like. All you gotta do is take your needle and just add more. But I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. I'm gonna trim that a little more and make them evener. And that's about it. And that's how you use the Clover Weaving Sticks. These here. And that's about how you use it. And necklace will probably look better than mine, because working on the camera, oh, it's hard to keep it in the camera shot. And then it turned out pretty cute. Let me put it on here so you can see it better. It turned out pretty cute. And that's the bottom of it, this here. That's the bottom. That's the finish, and that's the necklace, and it should fit over your head. Pretty much easy. That's why we made it adjustable. It's adjustable, and it should work pretty good. That's a little sticking out there. And yeah, back and forth with this, it'll make it go over your head, and that's adjustable like that. And yeah, that's about the way you do it. And it'll fit over your head, and you can make it any size that you like to wear. Any size of this that you like. It'll be pretty nice. Thanks for watching. Be blessed. Bye-bye. Make sure to watch the first part of this video. Bye-bye.